Hi everybody, it's State Representative Dr. Jasmine Clark, and I wanted to come to you and bring you an updated video on the absentee ballot. So if you recall earlier, I showed you that I filled out my absentee ballot application. This is what I got in the mail. If you got one of these and you might have thrown it away or misplaced it, there are other options to get a ballot application. Or also some people did not get one of these, and as well there are options to get a ballot application. But anyway, I turned this in earlier in April, about April 6th, and then it took almost a month, but I got my absentee ballot in the mail. This is what it looks like. It says official absentee ballot, and it's pretty hefty. It's got a lot of, it's pretty thick when you get it in the mail. So I went ahead and opened it, and then the first thing I did was I read through the instructions for filling out my absentee ballot. If you're in Gwinnett, you will have instructions in both English and Spanish, because by law we are required to have all of our ballots and instructions in both languages. And when reading through the instructions, the first thing it says is that to fill out your ballot, make sure to use either a blue or black pen. And so make sure you have the right writing utensil for filling out your ballot. Do not fill out your ballot with a pencil or a marker or random colors like purple or green or red or something like that. All right, so then once you look at the ballot, you'll notice that there's actually two ballots. We have the general primary ballot. This is the ballot that's going to have the presidential race if you have not already voted, and the presidential primary. If you have, that will not be on your ballot, as well as the races at the federal, state, and local level. And then we have the nonpartisan ballot. The nonpartisan ballot is going to have those nonpartisan races, such as the judge races. And remember, in a previous video, I talked about how this is not a primary. This is the election for these races. And so once you fill out your ballots, the next step in the process is to put them in the inner envelope. And I'm using quotation marks because this is the inner envelope. It is basically a flap of paper folded in half. And so this is supposed to be an inner envelope, but for some reason that I'm not really exactly clear on, the Secretary of State did not include the normal inner envelope, and instead this is what they're giving you. You take your ballots, you put them inside of this, and then you have your outer envelope. This is what the outer envelope looks like. It's got the nice little yellow stripe on the side. This is where you will also put your postage to return. So this is the envelope that you will actually mail your ballot in. Place your ballot into that envelope, close it, and then you need to sign the oath of elector. The oath of elector is just your signature, your printed name, and the date. If you're filling out a ballot for someone else, then you will fill out the section down here that says oath of person assisting elector. And so that's the difference between the two. Once you do that, affix your stamps. You need two, or you can take this ballot as it is and take it to an early voting precinct and hand it in, or take it to one of the ballot drop boxes that will be at different locations around the county. And so that's it. Thank you for voting by mail, and thank you for doing your part to keep our poll workers and ourselves safe during the coronavirus pandemic. Bye.